Today, we're breaking down two wild NBA moments that have the internet on fire. First, Jaylen Brown's hairline fiasco. Cameras caught something fans can't unsee. His hair paint literally rubbed off mid-game, leaving the Celtics broadcast crew and social media in full roast mode. It started as a simple slip, but the memes made it a headline. Then, Terry Rozier's gambling fallout. What began as whispers about underground betting has now escalated into federal indictments and political pressure on the NBA itself. Lawmakers want documents, and the league's integrity is under a spotlight. Two completely different scandals, one funny, one serious, both exposing just how unpredictable the NBA world can be. It started with a stain. Mid-drive against the Knicks, Jaylen Brown powered to the rim and left behind more than points. A smudge of dark pigment streaked across OG Anunoby's white jersey. Fans paused, zoomed, and clipped. Within hours, the internet decided it wasn't sweet. It was paint, spray-on, hair filler. Whatever it was, it rubbed off on live TV and turned into instant meme gold. That's when things spiraled. Comment sections lit up, threads dissected frames like forensic footage, and the hashtag HairlineGate trended before the final buzzer. It was no longer about defense or field goal percentage. It was about whether one of Boston's top stars had literally painted himself into a headline. The crowd was locked in, but the Celtics broadcast booth saw an opening. Mid-play, the announcer couldn't resist. "He'll be flying to Turkey soon," he said, with that sharp, knowing tone that only half pretends to be harmless. The clip spread before the quarter ended. Turkey, as every NBA fan knows, isn't just a vacation reference. It's a hairline one. The joke hit live, the laughter on air sealed it, and suddenly Jaylen Brown wasn't trending for points or defense, but for follicles. Socials moved fast. Edits, zoom-ins, memes, all feeding the same joke the broadcast had just legitimized. It's one thing when fans roast you. It's another when your own team's commentary joins in. For Brown, it wasn't a simple jab. It was exposure, the kind you can't outrun even with a highlight reel. The next day, Brown did what stars rarely do. He joined the joke. On Twitch, he scrolled through flight options to Turkey while chat spammed laughing emojis. He called it research, said he might get the LeBron package. The humor was intentional, but behind it sat a quiet calculation. Control the narrative before it controls you. Reports claim he even joked about asking teammates for edge-up sponsors. But the internet doesn't play fair. Fans turned his stream into new meme fuel. Commentators framed it as insecurity masked as confidence. Lifestyle blogs dug into his grooming routines, speculating about spray lines and tint locks. What started as humor became a dissection of image, maintenance, and masculinity in real time. Brown wasn't dodging the backlash. He was absorbing it, using sarcasm as a shield while the story kept feeding itself. Boston's media turned the moment into a full segment. Local outlets replayed the clip, frame by frame, while Brown finally fired back, saying the Boston environment breeds stories like this. His tone wasn't amused anymore. He called out reporters for twisting light jokes into headline bait, but the frustration only added fuel. Once an athlete addresses it, it becomes official news. Inside the team, it landed awkwardly. The Celtics were already juggling chemistry questions and early season criticism, and now their star's hairline was overshadowing stat lines. Reporters asked teammates if they'd seen the paint streak. PR reps deflected. The locker room couldn't ignore it. The distraction had weight. Even as Brown kept dropping solid numbers, the story hung over the team like static, proving again that in Boston, no storyline stays harmless. For a player with a $300 million deal and a growing fashion footprint, image isn't an accessory, it's currency. So when the hairline jokes went nuclear, the stakes weren't just cosmetic. Marketing blogs started debating whether Brown's brand polish had cracked. Endorsements live in perception, and perception has shifted from intellectual minimalist to overstyled meme target. Reports claim PR advisors urged him to go silent. Instead, he doubled down on visibility. Fans split fast. Some laughed it off as human, he's just real. Others saw insecurity dressed as swagger. The visuals didn't help. Luxury fits, designer shades, precision grooming, all now reframed as proof he cares too much. In an era where authenticity sells, one smudge on a jersey had blurred the line between curated confidence and vanity. That's the cost of being both an athlete and a brand. A stain becomes a symbol. Rumors spread that Brown was genuinely weighing a trip to Turkey, not for leisure, but for restoration. Reports claim he reached out to LeBron's camp for advice on post-procedure recovery time. Nothing's confirmed, but the whispers fit too perfectly. Off-season plans, mid-season fade, strategic image reset. Fans dissected airport sightings like intel drops. Even the mention of hairline work on social media now triggers instant debate threads. But that's not all. Some fans think he'll flip the narrative, drop a shoot with a fresh cut, own the transformation, and turn humiliation into branding. Others predict he'll let it grow out, let time dull the memes. Either way, the next move isn't about basketball. It's about reclaiming control of his reflection before the internet defines it for him again. By the end of the week, the stain had become a symbol, not just of vanity, but of exposure. How one glitch in the image of control can shake even the most composed athlete. Brown didn't lose his game. He lost ownership of his reflection. Every meme, every replay, every turkey joke became a mirror he didn't ask for. He's still winning on the court, but online, the victory looks different, quieter, defensive, aware. That mark on Anunoby's jersey won't fade from memory soon, because it's no longer about paint. It's about the moment the image cracked, and the man behind it had to decide whether to hide or laugh with everyone watching. It opened with a number. 30 wagers were placed in 46 minutes on one player's unders for points, rebounds, and assists. Terry Rozier, in a game for his old team, the Charlotte Hornets, left after 10 minutes with a foot issue. The bets all hit. The flag went up. Federal monitors asked questions. The NBA watched. Then the broadcast world got involved. The league confirmed it was under investigation. Reporters questioned how a game could devolve from a stat line to a betting line used by insiders. Analysts on air called it insider trading for sports. But that's not all. Off-court, the style and brand of Rozier took a hit. The jokes didn't come from announcers this time. They came from social media, fans tagging his endorsements, his image, his authenticity. Rumors spread that he avoided answering questions. Meanwhile, the team context deepened the pressure. The Heat placed him on leave. The Senate asked the NBA commissioner to testify. The league's image cracked. Suddenly, the locker room chatter wasn't about X's and O's. It was about exposure, trust, and the looming fallout. The brand risk piled up. A player drafted to carry highlight reels, now linked to betting lines. Endorsers, social media followers, team partners, all watching. One bad lap in this game of optics, and the scoreboard flips. You're not the star, you're the case study. Rumors now swirl about Rozier's next move. Will he fight in court? Will he quietly depart from the league? Reports claim more than $200,000 was wagered based on information he allegedly tipped. The legal papers are filed. The waiting begins. In the end, the scandal isn't just about bets. It's about the vulnerability of a system that depends on trust, and a player who now must ask, is he still playing the game, or is the game playing him? And that's today's double dose of NBA drama, from Jaylen Brown's viral hairline moment to Terry Rozier's betting fallout shaking the league. If you're into raw athlete stories, off-court chaos, and sports-style gossip, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share this with someone who lives for locker room drama.